Welcome to the party, you guys. Happy New Year's and happy new books. As you can see, I'm super excited. I kind of got a little dressed up for the occasion, a little sparkly. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you my personal and absolute favorite new releases from out of all the new titles that we have. So I'm going to start out with a new series of ours, Billy and the Mini Monsters. This is such a cute little chapter book series. I love it. For ages maybe 5 through 7 or 8. They're great as read-alouds. They're also great as books that your child can take and read on their own. They are in full color. It's a sweet little story about a little boy who's got some pocket-sized monsters in his house. They go on this adventure, and Billy ends up saving the monsters from certain death. And after that, they are loyal to him, and they basically, this book sets up the rest of the series where they go on adventures together. Wendy loved this one. Edmund too. We read it out loud. We read it all in one sitting. That's how excited they were. And I'm just super impressed. It's really silly, really fun, and I just love the bright colors on each page. So I think this would be a great option for maybe a reluctant reader, maybe a reader that isn't necessarily super into books, but great way to get them into reading. Okay, so I want to also show you this next title. It's called A Magical Adventure. This is a all original fairy tale, but comes with puzzles on each page. How cool is that? So it is an original fairy tale about two brothers who go on an adventure, and each page is a different puzzle. So for instance, this puzzle says, they soon came to a field filled with birds. Find two birds that look the same. So you have to find the two birds. And let me tell you, you guys, it's kind of challenging, but in a fun way. Wendy and I sat with this book the first night we got it, and we just spent forever on each page, and we just laughed, and it's really fun. Like I said, an original fairy tale. One of my favorite things about it, though, is that each time you read it, it can be different. So like if you do this maze and you come out with this outcome, you turn to page 16. And if you find this outcome, you turn to page 24. So each time you do the book, you can have a different story. You know, it's kind of like one of those old choose your own adventure books, but in a cute little fairy tale. But anyway, we love this book, and I feel like it can be read over and over and over. If you had a chance to catch up with our live story time that we did last night, then you probably already seen this book. It's Boy. This I knew was going to be an automatic classic in our house. I just love it. Great little story with a great little message. It's about a little boy who is deaf. He can't hear, and he lives in this like war-torn medieval time period, and everybody around him, the dragons and the knights, they are fighting, constantly fighting with one another. Charge! But the little boy can't hear anything. He doesn't know why they are fighting, so he kind of stumbles upon the battlefield one day and writes out in the sand, "Why are you fighting?" So the king and the knights and the dragons all stop, and they all point to the other person. They say, well, he started it, or it's his fault. Well, they realize that the whole conflict was a misunderstanding, that there's no reason that they should be fighting. And this little boy helps end the conflict, and you have a little happily ever after with a really great message about, you know, quieting your mind and understanding the people around you instead of fighting all the time. Okay, so this is my final book that I'm going to show y'all right now. It's my probably my personal favorite. I think it's just so neat. It's called Where's Jane? Now, I was super pumped when I saw this was released, but I love it even more than I thought I would now that I have it. So it's called Where's Jane? And you find Jane Austen hidden in her novels. If you are a Jane Austen fan, this book is a must-have. It gives you the summary of each of the novels. So here you have Pride and Prejudice. Gives you the character list up at the top. And then on the next page, you have got to find the characters in this fun look and find, busy, beautiful images of the novels. And of course, you have to find Jane on each page. Here she is on this page. I'm going to show you a few of the pages. They're just beautiful, you guys. So busy. True to the novels, true to the time periods. Wendy and I love this book as well. We sit down and she loves the look and find aspect of it, but we've also been reading the summaries and getting to experience Jane Austen's stories with her is just a really, really neat thing for me. She, of course, she laughs at some of the names like Mr. Bingley. She calls Mr. Darcy Mr. Parsley. So never a dull moment. But anyway, this is one of my favorites. Okay, so thank you for checking out my personal favorites from the new releases. I want to know in the comments, which one of these 4 that I just showed you do you like the most? Okay, it is now time for post 3, so you guys head on over and I'll see you there.